So it says we're live. I'm just gonna make sure because it always on my end for some reason it's always like a little bit of a delay, so I gotta wait a second. So it's showing up there. There it goes.
Yep.
All right. All right. Shalom, Makim. Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Hashem,
Hashem,
Yahweh,
Yahushua,
Hashem,
Hashem,
Rakakadash. Of course, giving double honors unto the apostles and elders of great millstone, and hearty shalom to the Lord's hopeful elect that scattered abroad the earth. Okay. As you can see, the title of the lesson, the spirit is still on. This is kind of like an after camp lesson. And we're just kind of doing like a little bit of a continuation to do something edifying in the spirit, because the spirit is still on me. All right. The iron is hot, so we want to strike while it's still hot. And the brother's going to start us off with Lamentations, the 4th chapter. Okay. And we're going to go from there. We're going to build off of that a little bit. It's not going to be a long lesson, but just in the spirit, Lord's will, your brothers will be edified, okay, and spiritually inspired and built up through the lesson. So go ahead and start off at Lamentations 4 and 21.
This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 21. It says, "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz."
Right. Now stop and get me Genesis 36 and 1, Baba Kushah.
This
So,
is Genesis. Yep.
So let's establish a few things, okay? Edom, all right, are the Edomites or the so-called white man today, okay? Now you have certain individuals that they try to circumvent that point and try to say that when judgment is talking about Esau, it's only talking about one man rather than the nation. See, now Esau is the father of the Edomites. So we're going to get the appropriate scripture to qualify that, because Esau as a nation as a whole is going to be judged. They're all going into captivity. They're all going into slavery. See, right now we're living out that last extension of the Roman Empire, which is being ruled by the Edomites today. Okay, we're at that last leg. All right. And right now, Esau is in that desperation mode where he's basically throwing everything on the Israelites and on the world to try to fulfill his NWO. But see, that there's a payment for that. Okay. And we're going to touch a little bit on that, that while he is, in the midst of filling his belly with these different plans and agendas, okay, and intents of the heart, the Lord is going to actually interject and destroy this man's kingdom, destroy his influence around the world, destroy the heathen nations, even destroy the wicked among our people, because they need to be destroyed. They're not in their right state of mind. They're not looking to repent. They're too comfortable in this kingdom. And so the Lord is going, as a collective, destroy the wicked and then establish the Israelites. But we're already being established. The kingdom's already being built. But it's happening in succession according to prophecy, right? So that's what we're getting ready to read. The prophecies on it. So get Genesis 36 and 1.
Yep. Genesis chapter 36, verse 1. It says, "Now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom."
These are the generations of Esau, okay, which is the so-called white man. That's his forefather, Esau, Ishashua, or Ishah in the Hebrew, which means wasted away is he. Ishashua means wasted away is he. Okay, while at the end of Ishash makes it he, okay? Ishashua, okay? So what's been wasted away? He's been stripped of his melanin, his pigmentation. That was a characteristic that was specifically set upon the Edomites, all right? Because prior to Esau, all the other nations, they had their melanin, okay? Now, you did have Cain, but Cain actually was dark-skinned before the curse was put upon him, all right? So we understand that those two entities are actually the same spirit coming in different bodies, okay? Coming in a different generation, but they're actually the same, all right? So Esau today, or Edom, is the so-called white man. So when you hear or read about, because, you have new listeners, man, coming in at different times that are going to click on the video and actually be hearing these things for the first time. So Esau, Edom, is the enemy of the Israelites. The Israelites are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And of course, we have our fellow scattered abroad brothers and sisters that don't look like traditional Israelites. Okay. And they're going to come back in the faith, because see, the Most High imparted in his hopeful elect a certain portion of faith, both in men and women. Now, more so to the men, because the men are the ones that are going to be that governmental body for the rest of the nation. So it really starts with them. All right.
Yep.
That's why you see brothers across the globe. Okay. Most notably under the apostles of Great Millstone, which is where the spirit is resting. Okay. All right. The spirit is resting upon Great Millstone to bring out these different prophecies. So you see those different men scattered abroad in the four winds of the earth. And now we're seeing the end come because the end has ultimately been declared from the west, okay, onto the east. And so what we've seen is a constant fulfillment of prophecy. So you read Genesis 36:1, go back to Lamentations 4:21. So we know who Esau, Edom is. All right. And to get more context, go to Genesis, the 25th chapter. All right. About the story between Jacob and Esau.
Yep.
Right? Said that the elder was going to serve the younger. So that's what's coming. The ultimate blessing of rulership was only bestowed upon one nation and one nation only, and those are the Israelites. Okay? Beginning with the head tribe, which is Judah, which is the tribe in which our Lord sprang out of. Okay? He was a Judite. He was from the tribe of Yehoiada. All right? That's why the one that's going to come and bring this destruction as well as that salvation is who? Yahushua. And he's going to both redeem his elect from the four corners of the world and destroy this Edomite, the Edomite and America and other parts of the world and the wicked as a whole. Okay. Now, of course, the parts that are hit and where people don't particularly die from that thermonuclear destruction, they're left alive. If you're a heathen, you're going into slavery.
Yep.
And this is why Esau's fighting so damn hard, tooth and nail, to push out and roll out his fourth industrial revolution, his M to the O to the T to the B, which is PHI to the P. Okay. Which I didn't come up with that. I'm emulating Apostle Art because that's how he be doing it. But go ahead, move on.
So this is Lamentations chapter 4, verse 22. Oh, sorry. Verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz.
Right now, Uz is a buzzword, okay, for America, okay? So in this context, Uz really represents America or Mystery Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America, okay? The place where we were to serve out captivity, serve all right? This is spiritually Sodom in Egypt, okay? When you go into the book of Revelation 11. So we are in spiritual Egypt, okay? That's why you have in Washington, D.C., the Washington Monument, which on the top of that is a pyramid. See, they're enacting all the ways, the philosophies and belief systems of the ancient kingdoms, most notably of Sodom, which is why you have these different pushes, okay, with this alphabet community, okay, and all these other perverse acts. Also, it's where we were to serve captivity. This is where we were brought, okay? The tribes, all the tribes are here serving underneath this man, even to this day, okay? And really, the Israelites have to go to this man for everything. That's one of the curses. So that's how we know who's in power as opposed to who's not in power, okay? You put all these things together. We have to go to this man for our money, okay? For breaks, for relief, medicine, food. And through those different resources, he's trying to destroy us and the earth, which he has done. He's destroyed the earth, okay? He's perverted the nations, okay? He's destabilized the regions and put hell on the Israelites to the point where we're worn the fuck out, man. All right? He's trying to wear us out every day. Brothers can't breathe right. Brothers ain't sleeping right. You know, you can't get sound sleep because you're always dealing with some sort of ailment, okay? Right? The quality of our food is very low, very low.
Yep.
Because it's got all types of chemicals infused. It's been altered. It's been perverted. All right. So really, it's because of the mercy of the Lord that we stand and have this knowledge, wisdom, understanding. It's all mercy. Okay. But it's for a particular purpose. Because really, we are a testimony and a testament and a witness against this man through the spirit of Yahweh. So it said, be glad. Okay. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom that dwells in the land of Uz. That's America. Continue.
The cup also shall pass through unto thee.
All right. So now, what's that cup? Okay. you got to understand what that cup is. First of all, it's going to be that destruction that we were just talking about, but it's also slavery.
Yep.
Okay? It's also slavery. And we're going to prove that. All right? Give me
51. Let me see. Hold up.
Jeremiah 49 and 12.
Yep. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 41.
And then you could read down to 13, just real quick.
Jeremiah 41 and verse
49.
12. Oh, 49?
Yeah.
Saki. Yeah, Jeremiah 49. Yep. So this is Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 12 going to 13. It says, "For thus said Yahweh, behold, though they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken."
Yeah, we want to have to go through that captivity and through that torment and that toil and have our, women being raped and our babies taken from us and being
Yep.
in as low a state as we are right now. But it was based upon necessity according to the will of the Lord. Okay.
Yep.
Both Adam, of course, through the deception and wickedness of Eve, ate of that tree, which are the philosophies of the other nations, which our people are still taking part of to this day. That's why every time we teach the Lord to them, they reject it. All right.
Yep.
They reject our teachings. They try to come up and teach us and correct us and tell us that we're wrong. And I said this at camp. These are the same niggas that'll be fucking smoking weed, cigarettes, be total alcoholics, being perverse, taking other men's wives,
Yep.
listening to this bullshit ass music, wearing their pants halfway off their ass, but then yet tell us that we don't know what we're talking about. No, we're not the Israelites. No, the Lord ain't gonna come back and give you spiritual power. No, this ain't going. You are totally destroyed. You don't have a place to say a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
You don't even know how to take care of yourself on a corner, let alone try to assume some sort of spirituality that you don't possess.
Yep.
So the Lord gonna have to deal with 2/3 of the nation of Israel. That's why this man is being allowed to mess up the supply chain. That's why this man is being allowed to manufacture food shortages and take away, because y'all don't trust. First of all, these women are fucking ostriches, excuse my French, but they don't even know how to properly breastfeed their baby to the point where they're dependent on the Infamil and all this baby formula that is currently running out of supply, out of stock. So you can tell they don't have no faith. They don't even trust to have the baby suck off their breast to get the proper nutrients to be nurtured right.
Yeah.
So Jake gotta pay. And see, the Most High gonna use Esau to forward that affliction, okay, to be that sword against Israel in this time of Jacob's trouble. But see, Esau ain't gonna get away scot-free. It has its purpose, but then the Most High gonna take this man down for putting his hand toward the apple of the Lord's eye, which is Israel as a whole. Well, because Jacob's being wicked, this is what you get. A man got to receive the works for the things that he's done in his body.
Yep. That's right.
So right now we focusing on Esau because we had to take part of that cup. We went into captivity. The creature was subject to vanity. So the Lord did make us go off, and we had to experience that left-hand side, which is why we are in the captivity that we're under Esau, okay, Edom, the so-called white man, because we still serving out our captivity, right? He got us bound by these adhesion contracts. Every time you want to do something, what do? You got to sign your name on something to receive a privilege.
Yeah.
What does the word privilege means? You have to go to the one who's in authority to give you that right.
Yep. Grant you that permission.
You're asking for permission. You don't have freedom.
Yeah.
You're basically being given pre-selected options under his authority.
Right.
And that's his system, which is totally wicked. You don't have the ability to move freely. You don't own anything. That's when this man's told you that through certain whistleblowers. Okay, you will own nothing and like it. Right? And that's what he's trying to do. But anyway, back on the point of our captivity. Okay, whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. We had to take it in. Okay, straight no chaser. We weren't absolved from that. We went off. We had to suffer the consequences. So continue.
It says, "And art thou he that hath, or that it's like it, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished?"
Yeah, that's a question. Are thou he, right? The wicked, the devil that the Bible speaks of, the man, okay, of sin who's being revealed, that son of perdition, the thief of the earth, okay, the one who steals all the resources, the one who cometh not but for to steal and to kill and
Mm-hmm.
destroy, and who's polluted and perverted nations and lands,
Mm-hmm.
passes
Yep.
all laws that are contrary to the Most High. Are you gonna go unpunished?
Oh,
You serve no consequence.
yeah. Con.
Remember that
Uh,
the pride of this man has deceived him, which
yep.
is which is in this same chapter, by the way. But go ahead.
Mm-hmm. And it says, "Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it."
Right. And what are you going to drink of? What's going to be the cup? Go from there to Revelation chapter 13. If you have a precept too, brother, by all means, go ahead and bring it out.
Yep. Yeah. I'll bring out what you want, the Revelation chapter
13,
uh, 13 and down to
9, 10, 11.
yep. Yep. So I'll bring the quick one. First Thessalonians 1:6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the power to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
Right. If you want to go ahead and briefly speak on that, you may.
Yeah. It's actually justified by the Lord, of course, for the Lord to bring a recompense on our enemy being Esau, Edom, that
Right.
put us into slavery. And we've been subject still today in the places of our captivity under
Right.
this man. It's actually a righteous thing for the Lord to bring that payback, that just desert, to of that pressure of slavery, because of course they trouble us. We've been going and speaking about how we're worn out, and hey, under these different contracts, having to do these different jobs.
Yeah.
Brother Mayim in the camp been talking about how, they send him on these missions to do the worst jobs. Meanwhile, he is sitting there chilling and at home and not getting any of the hard work and labor.
Yeah.
And then the scriptures talk about how they give no account for our labors and stuff.
Right.
You know, yeah, man.
And really,
So
without us, we wouldn't even have a kingdom.
yeah, yeah, I know. If we ain't have Jake, Jake to do all the hard work and to do these different routes, because Jake is creative, and even in hell, we do the job, we get the job done.
Yeah.
And get obviously what your kingdom, much riches and wealth.
Yeah. Like I don't want to use the word pride, but Jake really do be putting putting pride in their work.
Yeah, my name is on that. I'm like, yeah, I
Yeah.
did that.
Yeah. Like naturally, Jake notoriously be going hard at these different jobs, man. Like,
Yep.
now I'm saying, now I don't speak for all Israelites, but there are particular Israelites that they're fully invested, man. They're signing up for the overtime, they're signing up and doing it.
All the hours they driving, like they want you to drive trucks without licenses. Yes, Esau, I'll do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Esau take full advantage. He don't care. He just care about obviously getting the quota or getting
Right,
the bottom line done.
right, right. Yeah, yeah. And I can
Put
attest to
you
that. A lot of the Edomites at one of my previous jobs, they'd always be doing the bare minimum, okay, while
mm-hmm.
Jake running circles around them, and then
Yeah,
Esau get mad at Jake by pulling and performing a lot better than he does, despising him for that reason.
yeah,
But
yeah,
Jake
but
goes
yeah,
around, nailing it out of the park every
yeah.
time.
And you
Consistent,
giving them hell too. Like
because
they trying to
Jake is really a lively spirit. So Jake
yeah.
come in there with that lively, attitude, and remember those are two opposing forces.
Yep.
You
And we
know,
stronger than
even Jake in their weakest, state, they still outshine Esau and outperform Esau, and Esau don't
Yep.
like it. Esau is very,
Prideful.
jealous, yeah,
Yeah, man. Envious and all that.
envious, right? Yep.
God. So yeah, Revelation 13 now, 9.
That's really just a representation of his pride.
God. Yep. Revelation chapter 13.
Because he thinks less of us, and then yet we go to the job, we outshine him. We outperform them. You know,
without even
when
trying.
Jake applies himself, there's no contest.
Yep.
You know,
Oh, man.
but anyway, you know, we basically, but we're treated as the dregs of society, which is the point. We give our efforts, we give our all
Mm-hmm.
in a society that has no respect for us, that treats us like, you know, like the less of all the nations, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're not desired. You know, people treat us, you know, harshly.
Yeah, man. Hate and all sorts of
Even though
despise.
we're the ones upholding this society, you know, we're the ones that bring a liveliness to any environment. You know,
Real life of the party. you
right?
know.
Essentially,
Yeah, God. Yep.
but go
So
on.
yep, Revelation 13:9, it says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Right. So we know that the Edomites, okay, throughout history, are notoriously known for destroying with their blessing, which is the sword. Okay, and the modern day sword is the gun. We know that he was given that blessing from on high, that he was gonna reap the dew of heaven. Okay, via his violent nature and his blessing, which is the sword. Okay,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
he's been able to build up his military as well as his artillery and different
Mm-hmm.
weaponry, because that's
Yep.
the been given, and that's how he's ruled the earth. That's why he occupies all these different countries, yet all these other countries do not occupy American territory.
Yeah.
He's subdued them and made them contractually bound. And so if they want to have an economy, if they want to have a military, they really got to go through the Edomites to be able to have those things,
Yeah.
right? Or you want missiles? Well, you gotta submit onto our will, our contracts, and maybe we'll let you have them.
Yeah. Last year's stuff.
You know,
God.
and
Yep.
you could see that. All you gotta do is some basic research. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah. Look at Ukraine, man.
right,
Even though they eat them mice and shit, but you Babylon the Great sends so much aid to them, and weapons and such. You know,
right.
they actually are supporting war. To be honest, you know,
Yes, it. That's,
God.
they signed that $33 billion uh, relief bill for Ukraine. They
Mm-hmm.
told you that it wasn't just for um, provisions. It was
Yep.
food. It was for the military too. They
Yeah.
actually said that a portion of it was going to the military.
Mm-hmm.
Really, like the brother, I think brother Mayim said it a couple weeks ago. That funding a war. I forget who said it, but that was absolutely correct.
Is it? Yep. That's it.
Okay,
God. Um.
so
And
they
it's
ruled. That's how they've ruled. So that's what's
mhm.
going to come on them.
Yeah,
All
the
right,
sword.
sword. So that we
He that
just hit the quick steps. You know what I mean? The brother read First Thessalonians, right? So that's
Mm-hmm.
what's coming. And the Lord even said He's going to destroy them with the brightness of with the brightness of His coming. First, He
That's
was
him.
going to
I got
do.
that right there. Yep.
Oh, let's bring it out because we don't got long. My phone's going to die. So let's
God.
these precepts and we'll go through them quickly. Uh, and we're gonna kind of finish it off on Lamentations 4, where Esau's
Yep.
gonna serve his punishment and we're coming out of ours. But go ahead.
Yep. Second Thessalonians chapter 2, and this is verse 8, just straight to the point. And it said, or actually, I'll start 7. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work, only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way.
Right. That's the Most High, because the Most High is ultimately the one to take him out the way through Yahweh and the angels. But see, you
Mm-hmm.
got to understand, man has prophecy to fulfill.
Yep.
So he's acting as the sword of the Lord to put hell on Jake. So these different shortages that we see and the military that's getting ready to come in like a flood, that's all
Yep.
for the purpose and judgment of the Heavenly Father, because judgment has to begin at his house, man. So Israel's going to have to go through it, beginning with those that know that they're Israelites and those that were trying to put off the day of the Lord,
Yep.
okay? But the Lord going to deal with his house as a whole first, because he's using the Edomites to bring about certain prophecy and judgment. And then once the Lord is done with that, right? Because he has his bounds that he can't pass. Once he's fulfilled that part of the prophecy, then the Lord gonna take his ass down.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, he's gonna be in them straits. He's
Yeah.
gonna fill his belly, and then the
Full
Lord gonna cast
efficiency.
that iron weapon upon him.
Yep. Hey, man, that glittering sword, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
God. Yep. And it says, verse 8, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yashai shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
right. And see, that's beautiful because the Lord imparted unto us, beginning with our apostles and elders, a great millstone through his spirit, the understanding of the prophecies, the
Mm-hmm.
understanding of truth. So this is how he's been revealed, that he's
Yep.
that vile person that is talked about in Job, the 30th chapter, man. He's the basis of all men. He don't know
Yep.
how to rule according to righteousness. Okay, any law that he enacts, not only does he break it, it has nothing to do with the scriptures. So
Yep.
how is this man not the devil? When
Right.
he can hold the Bible, swear his presidents on the Bible, make you swear on a Bible in court, which is against the scriptures, as the apostle Aram was going in earlier.
Yep.
He claims to have this godly mentality, but where is it? Where can it be
Yeah.
seen? Is that not the ultimate spirit of a serpent, to tell you what one thing and try to make himself out to be what he isn't? Right?
Yep.
He always comes with an ulterior motive. Right? That's Psalms 50. That's Psalms 55
Yep.
and 11. All right, I
Yep.
believe right. You know,
Yep.
he has the power of manipulating.
Yeah, it's a lot. I think the brother phone might have died. Salakia. Um, yeah, I believe it's still maybe live though. Let me see. I have to probably check on my Slack brothers. I have to check on my or check on another device. Just give me a bit. I'm hoping maybe possibly the brother have to maybe charge up his phone. But let me see. Give me one moment. Let's see. Let me check it. See, just to check because I can't see if where's the actual like the group chat real quick. So brothers, just bear with me at this time. Let's see something on the phone on my actual computer real quick. Cause I know if a brother by the time I get to the actual live stream page, brother can say that if the page is still on or not. Yeah, it's still on. It looks like. Actual live stream page. Yeah, the bot was cut off. Page is still on. All right. So it's still on. So um, what I'll do now, just through the spirit, because the Bach is not here, is I'll just finish with the precept. Yeah, Hawaratazah. So we can just keep it rolling, not to quench the spirit real quick, and then pretty much kind of like move towards ending the lesson through the spirit, because I know he wanted to finish with that lamentation. So this is gonna be the book Second Thessalonians again. It says in verse 8. We just end this audio on the other end real quick. Slakia. All right. Slakia for all the technical difficulties. But it says here, and then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. Right, and the mouth of the Lord obviously is his prophets. Right, whom the Lord gave his word. The scriptures talk about in Isaiah. Real quick. This is Isaiah chapter. Where's that? I just had it real quick. Lord made us very sharp. Just get it real quick. And I can't see the comment board, but brother, Mayim, if you're still on there, you could pull up, a precept if you want to, as I do this. Um, just give me one moment as I get the precept. Just had it in my hand. Yeah, this is Isaiah chapter 49 and 2. Uh, and it says, "And he hath made my mouth like a sharp sword, and the shadow of his hand, that's the Most High." All right. He's speaking, of course, to Isaiah, which we come in the stead as the prophets. So we come in the stead of Isaiah. All right, Yeshaya. All right. And it says here, in the shadow of his hand hath he hid me, and he hath made me a polished shaft, and his quiver hath he hid me. All right. And so the Lord, he made us a sharp sword. So this word is actually a weapon, and it's also burning up, obviously, the enemy, devouring them, consuming them, right? I believe in Jeremiah, it speaks about how this word burns up the enemy, which, let me see real quick if I can get that real quick. Let me see if I can find it, and I can maybe try to check on the comment board. But but yeah, and it consumes them. Like, why do you think that when we go out, and we get into these heated arguments with these damn demons, we might not even be arguing with them. They'll just say stuff because the spirit is consuming them. Slakia, the said that. Okay, con. That's right. So what we gonna do? I guess for the time being, I'm gonna let the brother set it up, and then we will return to the stream. So at this time, we're gonna end this, and then we'll resume in a video that will pop up, so not to quench the brother. Oh, he's here right now, resuming back. So it's like you have to do that. Okay, so the Ak is there, right? Saki, it's on.
Hold on 1 second.
Yep.
Can y'all brothers hear me?
Yeah, well, I can hear you, and it's
Okay,
still
so
live.
all right, con. Salaki about that. I had lost my battery on the phone. I have it hooked up now. So
Con.
like we were going into what was the last thing you were reading?
Oh, we was on the mount. The Lord consumed by the Spirit and mouth. I had brought like a quick little precept
Okay,
about how the Lord made like Isaiah his mouth sharp, you
con.
know, and then there's another. I know it's another precept in Jeremiah that talk about how this word burns up, you know, uh, other people. But
That's
I
right.
ain't bring that out. But yeah, and then it's just
Yeah,
back
because
to the
we really had
Thessalonians.
spiritual war, And anytime the Most High makes a move on any nation, He sets forth before them a prophet to
Yep.
lay out the charges, let them know what
Okay.
they're being judged for. All right.
Mm-hmm.
That's why this
Yep.
word is a witness against them. Because
Yep.
here it is, you Israelites in your possession, like the brother. I'm going to put it on screen. He brought out this Zechariah 11:5. It says, "Whose possessors slay them? Who
Yep.
has us in their possession right now? The Edomites." Okay, and it says they slay us. Yeah, they slay us on the level of
My
um, on
apology.
a physical level. Okay, because they're wearing us out. Right, they're constantly attacking our bodies, which is why they poison and pollute the air. The water that we drink is of low quality. Right, look at Flint, Michigan, man. All right, and all the
Yeah.
complications with that water system. Not to mention they put the water in plastic. Okay, you got
Mm-hmm.
all those microplastics that we're constantly ingesting. They're literally attacking us. All right, they're attacking everybody, but their main goal is to get to the Israelites. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's that's who the nations consented with this devil to try to cut off. Because if we are cut off from our power, then that means they can continue to rule. If we reconnect with our power, it means that they're going to be destroyed, which is what the world, the different nations of the world are witnessing. They're witnessing their downfall. That's why, to a degree, they're with this devil on trying to keep us separated from our power. That's why
Mm-hmm.
it's a global effort to get everybody VAXX. That's why it'll be a world initiative to reset the dollar and make everything go digital. Now something's going to happen where the Lord's going to make them separate themselves and come up against Babylon. But up until that point, they're all going to be together in that purpose, which is to cut us off from our power, because they understand that means they can continue to rule. That's written in Psalms, the second chapter, as well as Psalms 83. So reading on, it says, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. That's right. This man speaks very loftily according concerning oppression. All the evil that's been done to us throughout history, and they say that we're supposed to forget about it. You know, they say we should stop complaining. All right, we shouldn't seek any sort of retribution. And then the idea that they propose when it comes to reparations is laughable at best,
Mm-hmm.
because in order for in order for um, let's say retribution to be satisfied according to the Lord, all right, you need to be recompensed for all the actions that you've taken against his people, which can only be satisfied by the spilling of your blood.
Yep.
That's why you're going into captivity. That's why you're going to lose your kingdom through thermonuclear destruction, as well as pure fire coming from the chariots. All right, so they hold themselves not guilty. You know, they for the small hats, they give them all types of funding, all types of aid, militarily, economically. They even have a remember the fucking Holocaust Day,
Yeah.
all right, on their calendar. And what they give you is a fucking misrepresentation of our history. So this is perfect examples of how they hold themselves not guilty. All right,
Yep.
and they sell them. Okay, say, and they that sell them, excuse me, say, yeah, look, they to this day, what do? They actually kidnap our people and they sell them, okay, around the world. Okay, because human trafficking exists and they target our people. That's why the majority of the people that you see going missing are Israelites. It says, "Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not." Right? Yeah, you think of our different leaders, the ones that claim to be shepherds don't lead Israel in the way that they need to go, which is what? Back to the Lord. They're not teaching our
Mm-hmm.
people their heritage, their nationality, who their true power is. Okay, so the Israelites that do that got blood on their hands, and the Lord gonna deal with them accordingly. So, um, yeah, the brother actually brought it out. Let's just read it. This is Psalm 73 and 8. It says, "They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily." Yeah, they're very proud. They're very dismissive of our history. When you get into the root, okay, and the nicks and the cranny, and bring out this very detailed info, they want to be dismissive. They want to deflect. Nah, 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 nah. That wasn't, not a lot of people even had slaves. That was only this particular individuals. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't us. It wasn't all of, they have these different reasonings that try to explain away the wickedness of their forefathers, which they are their forefathers. Y'all were the ones standing around watching it happen, watching us being burned alive, tortured, hung,
Mm-hmm.
laughing in the postcards, pointing up above. And you have that same attitude today.
Yep.
Okay? Now, let's move on to the next precept. So
Mm-hmm.
these are the charges against this man, against the Israelites, against what you did to the Lord's earth. Okay, you have to pay for that. So let's what didn't we finish off? Did we finish Jeremiah
We
about being passed on to them?
the brightness of it coming. We gotta finish that.
Okay, and then finish off in Thessalonians
Okay.
already.
Yes. So this is Second Thessalonians chapter 2 and 8. It says, "And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming."
The brightness of his coming is going to be those thermonuclear arrows, those thermonuclear missiles. Okay, so that's going to be the brightness of his coming. And of course, the fire that's going to come from on high from Yahweh Shai and the chariots with him, which I know brothers, I believe, are privy to the Issacharite
Oh yeah,
that
we.
was
I was
recorded
just. I had got it from Miami. Yeah.
stream with the different multitude of chariots that were coming in all shapes and sizes. And the more that they came on stream, the bigger they got, and the more overwhelming
The
it was getting.
stream on.
What is this?
Yeah, that dude was. He said, "I want answers."
Yeah.
It's a question I want answers. The answers with the prophets.
Yeah. Those are the chariots of the Heavenly Father, man. That's what that's a representation of the power that the Lord is coming with in those
Mm-hmm.
celestial vehicles that have supernatural abilities
Yep.
beyond your imagination.
Yeah.
And their main objectives is coming to destroy this man's kingdom and to deliver his elect. So, with that being said, let's finish up Jeremiah.
Um. Yeah. What's that? 49, right?
Correct.
Yep. And it says, this is Jeremiah 49 and 12. Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. For I have sworn by myself, said the Lord Yahweh, that Basra shall become a desolation, a
Right. Basra
reproach.
is a buzzword for America.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yep. A reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste.
Right. Because the result of the missiles, this place is going to be turned into a desert where only doleful creatures, okay,
Yep.
desert creatures are going to reside. After the smoke of her burning, right?
Yep.
Eventually, the smoke is going to settle. The fire will go out over a period of time, and the only thing left here will be literally ash, which will eventually develop into deserts. Okay, where the appropriate creatures are going to live. Okay,
Hmm.
so it's going to be perpetual, right?
Yep.
Nobody, no, it said that no man shall dwell there. So it's going to stand as a memorial for at a time where wickedness ruled the earth. Okay, and what happens to the wicked? That's what it's going to serve as a memorial of the Lord's great power. Okay, and how He took out the wicked. Um, that's it on that. So no man shall dwell there, right? We don't have to get that, but that's going to be the end result,
Yep.
and that's what's coming. And we got to tell Esau that because right now Esau's setting up to come down, man. He's in the works. All right. I believe, and I told this brother, the brother as my witness, I believe this is going to be what you call Black Summer, and
Yeah.
everything is heading in that direction.
Yep.
Okay. It's definitely the year of the turn up to the power and spirit of Yahweh Shemi Yahushai, getting on the pulse of the
Hmm.
heart and coin this year the year of the turn up because we've seen it turned up from
Hmm.
judgment to inflation, okay, to the
Food
different
crisis, famine,
what's that?
war. Food crisis, famine.
Food crisis, right? Tensions, world tensions.
Yeah, we got. Yeah, we got the Lord bringing forth the signs in the heavens with the blood moon tomorrow.
That's right.
Yeah,
What's
the
that's on
total.
Sunday, right?
Yeah, that's yep. Yeah,
So
that's
yeah, so once that we see that something's bound to follow.
yep. It's an omen. Yep.
Yep. So pursuing the
Okay.
Genesis. So from there we can finish it off on unless of course you have anything. I believe the point has been made.
Yeah, yeah.
We can finish it off on Lamentations 4. But this is what's going to
Yep.
happen, East. You're going to make your move. You're going to try to make that C to the I. It's like you C to the H to the I to the P mandatory. Revelation the 13th chapter. But guess what? While you fill in your belly and you make the moves to make it mandatory, the Most High is going to bring great judgments upon you. As a matter of fact, He's also going to, in them times, endow certain brothers with supernatural abilities. We're all going to get an increase in the spirit, man. Those of us that are part of the hopeful elect. All right. So at the end of this deal, you will be overthrown. You'll be defeated. And we read into you the prophecy. You can't do anything outside of what the Lord set you up to do. And
Yep.
that's what we have to make that known. Like Apostle Gabar says, man, the word of the Lord don't come back to him void. So
Nope.
each time we speak it, the more it comes into existence, the more this man loses a piece of his kingdom
Yep.
and a piece of his mind and his peace.
That's right. Yep. 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 Yeah. He pulling out his hair and stuff.
Yep.
He
Because
pointing
it bothers him to hear these things.
Yep.
To see we know that we're the Israelites, to know that we're going to get the power. Because that's what Esau is trying to do. Retain his blessing, retain his power,
Mm-hmm.
move on the earth with terror, all right? And as the scriptures say, wrath, great wrath,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still going to be a failing attempt all the same. And he's not going to get the Lord's elect, and he's still going to lose his kingdom and he's still going to be destroyed, and he's still going to be a damn slave. You will serve the Israelites, beginning with our Lord.
Yep.
Okay, Yahweh Shai. All right, and we're
Mm-hmm.
joint heirs, so you're going to serve us as well. All right.
Kind
So go and finish off.
yeah, Lamentation chapter 4. And now this is uh finishing off at verse 21. Well, 21. The cup also shall pass though unto thee, though thou shalt be drunken, and shalt make thyself naked.
Right, and right now he's being made naked. Right, he's being made drunk, but before he fully gets that judgment, he has to be exposed. So before that cup can actually pass on to him, that destruction comes. It's got to be made known. As a matter of fact, before we close, the proof of that, get me Isaiah 47.
Yep, Isaiah chapter 47 and starting at 1. Isaiah 47 and 1, it reads, it says, come. Oh, you went straight to the point.
Yeah. No, no, go read it. Yeah.
Oh, yep. It says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Right, old
Sit,
virgin, because there's never been a war fought here on American soil. There's never any war that's been fought here, okay, in the magnitude in which it's coming. Right, World War III will consist of this man being totally destroyed. This is that defenseless city, the city without walls.
yeah.
All right.
Weak
So
defensive.
yeah, exactly. And now it says sit in the dust. The dust represents confusion. Okay, because it's gonna come a time where is those demons, those spirits are not gonna be able, are not going to enable this man to make the moves that he used to make, because that's what his confidence was. He was drawing from the left hand
Left
side
hand.
to get direction. Where they're gonna withdraw, and they're gonna look. There's no wisdom in teaming right now.
Yep.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
with different things that this man is doing, you could see that it's really just a desperate attempt to try to fulfill his agenda, but it's a failing attempt all the same. With all the things that he's doing, man, this guy's all over the place. He's been made an open shame. Okay, even if it's by design, it's a catch-22. Let's say you put this puppet Biden in there, he making y'all look real bad, weak, defenseless,
Yeah.
which is the state of America according to the scriptures. This
Yeah.
kingdom is gonna go untouched, right? So let's say you just did
Mm-hmm.
that by design. You wanted to put what people would perceive as an incompetent man, so you had that perfect scapegoat for all of this shit to crumble down. That still represented their weakness when it
Yeah.
comes to the power of the Lord. So it's perfectly aligned with prophecy. You ain't doing anything except for according to the will of the Lord.
Yep.
So he's exposing you and showing the weakness of America, as the scriptures say, have thou become as weak as we, as weak as us, right? And you are. You're being
Yeah.
exposed.
Isaiah
Okay?
14.
America's
Yep.
totally crumbling. That word Babylon, going back to the word Babal, which means confusion, which is what America is. Okay? Nothing but confusion. And that confusion he pushes and spreads throughout the world. But it starts here in the West,
Yep.
under the Edomites. So there's going to be great confusion when all of this stuff starts taking place, because a lot of
Yep.
people perceive America to be this mighty, strong nation. So
Yeah, they
when
could.
those missiles touch down and the economy collapses and everyone's fighting against each other for resources, you know, a lot of that's going to be televised. People are going to see the weaknesses here. So it's going to be a
Yep.
state of confusion.
It's
Go
gonna be
on.
him. Yep. And it says, sit on no ground. It's like it sit, but it says, sit on the ground. There is
Right?
no throne.
Right. Because what's happening is these Edomites in America, is their power is being taken away.
Yep.
Yahweh Shai is basically dethroning him on a spiritual level, and then from a spiritual level to a physical level. As the brother read, that he's being consumed with the spirit of the Lord's mouth, which is the prophets, but also shall be destroyed by the brightness of his coming, which is Yahweh Shai, the chariots, and that thermonuclear destruction and the pure fire that's going to come along with it. Go ahead.
Yep. It says, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and
But
delicate.
in the time of Babylon, the wise men were known as the Chaldeans.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they
Yep.
they basically they losing their strength, their wisdom. their power, their influence over the earth. Their military is not as strong. It's spread thin. You know, their counterparts, which are also Edomites, and I'm referring to the bear, the Russians, they have a much greater nuclear capacity. And the Lord set it up perfectly because remember, they're the feet,
Yep.
which is the
And
end of something, right? They're going to be the ones to really put this man down. But remember, they're going down too.
yep,
They're
they
going to
eat
get hit.
them.
How is Shai going to destroy them? Because they're
Yep.
Edomites as well. But see, that's the power of the Lord. You know, his kingdom is divided.
Yep.
Okay, internally and externally, his own people are not on the same page.
Yeah, his own counsels is gonna bring himself down.
That's right. That's right. That's right, brother.
God.
Yep.
And it says, take the millstone and grind meal, uncover the locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers.
Right, which is an example of being exposed. Okay,
Hmm.
or lifting up, your garments,
Yeah,
right,
supposed
so the
to
water
like
don't touch or whatever. That's what it's. You're being exposed. Okay.
yeah, that's a shame too, girl. I see that what's under there. I shouldn't be ever seeing all that.
Right. Right.
So I shouldn't be seeing all these sins, but
Time where you're gonna be destroyed. So all those lies that you used to tell, right? All that soothsaying and and,
yeah.
and, and all that enchantment is failing you. People are seeing it.
Hmm.
Prophets saw it and brought it to light, and now the rest of the world is really seeing it too. That's why your Disney's being called out. Everything's being called out.
Yep.
All right, it's being
Yeah.
called out.
It says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will
And
not meet thee as a man.
beautiful. And see, that's the thing. So before you drink of that cup, you're being exposed. So you're being made bare. So that's the point that we wanted to make. Okay. And then you go and drink the cup,
Yeah.
right? Then you
Yep.
go and drink the cup. The cup is destruction, right? And ultimately captivity. That's what you're doing. That's what's going to happen to you after the Lord sends the missiles and comes to redeem his elect. You're going into captivity. All right. So that was the point of this lesson, kind of just finishing, um, uh, our thoughts in the spirit, kind of an after camp lesson. Um, you know, so while the iron was hot, we wanted to get this in. The brother, accompanied me through the spirit, the water to him, and the spirit, allowing this to come together.
Mhm.
Um, we hope we are edified. And to the next time we say shalom, we want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, by
But
Hashem, Yahweh, by Hashem, Kakadash. Double honor to the apostles and others, great millstone, and shalom to the Akim. All right, shalom.